Hey guys, it's LaserBeast here, and 8.3 is nearly here. It's just around the corner. BlizzCon is soon. I'm kind of thinking that 8.3 will come around basically just after BlizzCon or the week after. So it's nearly here, guys. Probably 2 or 3 weeks we'll definitely have 8.3. That's my prediction anyway. So I've compiled a handy little guide of 6 or 7 things that are going to help you prepare for 8.3. So let's jump into it. So you will have heard that there's some new allied races coming, Mechagnomes and Vulpera. So I suggest if you do want to play these guys, you make sure you've got the unlock requirements sorted. Now with the Vulpera it's nice and easy. You just need to be exalted with the Voldenai and have completed the quest line in Vol'dun. That's for the Horde, obviously. So for the Mechagnomes, for the Alliance, it's slightly more long-winded. You need to be exalted with the Rustbolt Resistance, which takes a little bit of time, but it's not that bad of a grind. And you also need to complete the quest line achievement through Mechagon, which does culminate in you doing the dungeon, which is currently on Mythic. So if you're not up for doing a Mythic, you can wait for 8.3 because this is going to be split into 2 parts and it's going to be available on Heroic. So if you don't want to do a Mythic, you can do this on Heroic, but you will have to wait for 8.3. You basically, I think you just need to just kill the last boss, and there you go, that'll be that achievement done and you'll be able to play a Mechagnome. So the second thing I suggest you do is, if your gear isn't really up to scratch or you want it to be better, I suggest that you do try and gear up. You don't need to focus too hard on this because there probably will be easier ways to gear up come patch 8.3, and I suggest if you want to jump into the new raid, for example, that you do try and make sure your gear is as good as possible, but don't break your back over this. I wouldn't try and aim for any Titan Forge pieces because, as you know, that's going away. Well, as you may know, that's going away. So don't worry about this too much. Just focus on getting any gear for slots that you might have that are a bit low eye level, and that should be fine. Also, keep leveling up your Heart of Azeroth if it's not already at 70. Just keep going for it. Do your weekly islands, do your world quests, all that kind of stuff, and get your Heart of Azeroth as high as possible. There are some new essences coming, so I suggest that you have a look at these. It might be a good time to focus on getting ones that are good for you that are currently in the game that you haven't already got yet, because there's some new ones coming in 8.3. There's about 6 or so new ones coming in 8.3. There might be more as well in the future. These could be good for you, and you might not necessarily want to go back and do the unlocks for the other ones if you're focusing on the new content. Speaking of going back to things, you may also want to finish off any achievements or quests or things that you've got to do in Mechagon and ny'alotha. There's going to be a lot coming in 8.3 really, and you might not have time or you might not want to get back into ny'alotha and Mechagon for a while, so I suggest that you just finish things off there, get them all done and dusted so you can completely just move on to the new stuff when 8.3 comes around. It could also be a good idea to stockpile Titan Residuum. I'm not 100% sure on this, but it might be, as the gear ceiling increases when the new raid comes out and the new season of Mythic Plus and all that kind of thing, at some point you will, I'm sure, be able to buy a higher item level gear with Titan Residuum. So it might be a good idea to stockpile some and just hold on. If you really need a gear upgrade right now, you might as well get it because that might help you to harder content to get even better gear. But if you don't really need any gear, I suggest that you hold on to as much Titan Residuum as possible, and then when the gear ceiling increases and you can buy better pieces, you might be better off doing that. I suggest that everybody has a little look at the class changes for 8.3. Now currently there's not that many going around. There might be more as the PTR develops. Probably important if you're on the fence around your class, you're considering switching. If you've got some big changes coming to you, any nerfs for example, you might want to consider switching mains, at which point now's a good time to gear that other class up. But just have a check, just so you're aware of what's going on. If you feel like you've not got much left to do currently in game in 8.2.5, you might want to jump on the 8.3 PTR and just test some stuff out. For example, if you're thinking of making a Vulpera or a Mechagnome, you might just want to go and create one of those, have a little play around, see how your transmog things look on there. You might not like them, you might not like the animations, for example, so it's probably a good idea to just have a check of those things before you consider like race changing one or like leveling up a new one entirely. Test out things like, you know, the horrific visions, the lesser visions, all those kind of things, the invasions, just so you know what's going on. And obviously it's helpful to submit bugs anyway if there is any that you come across. And yeah, just so you've got a good idea of what's coming, so you can just crack on straight away when 8.3 goes live. So there we go guys, there's a few ways you can prepare for 8.3. I know I'm really hyped for the patch. How are you feeling about the patch? There's a lot of good things coming. I think it's going to keep us busy for quite a while, definitely until 9.0 comes out. What's the new expansion going to be? What is going on there? Can't wait for BlizzCon. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoy 8.3, If you like the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Thanks guys, have a good day. I've been LaserBeast and I'll catch you next time.